Hello, welcome to Escape the Ordinary. I'm Britt, and today I'm going to talk about how to help your kids love the outdoors. We live in an indoor society, and there are so many scientific studies that have been done that show how being outside improves happiness and quality of sleep and joy in every day, like increased learning, increased resiliency in life, like everything that you could health, everything you could possibly think of. It seems like being outside helps. There's like the 1,000 Hours podcast that you can listen to if you want to go really deep into this. There's just so many benefits to being outside. And yet, how much time do we actually spend outside? It can be very, very little. And it can be really hard to get our kids to go outside and to play. I remember growing up and literally I was like, my mom was one of those wonderful moms that said, go outside and I don't want to see you until the sun sets. Like I just remember all summer long being outside. And I mean, we played so many games. Like we played that we were crossing the prairie when we played, I don't know. We played so many games and, like night games out, like we were out late in the cul-de-sac and playing sardines and capture the flag and swimming and we were just outside all the time. And I mean, that just does so much for ourselves, from developing like core strong muscles to being okay with weather changes and all sorts of stuff. And that is something that we are definitely losing with kids. And I mean, if it's going to make your kids happier for the rest of their life and it's easier, sometimes you're just like, go outside and play. And then you can be like, wow, I have a moment of peace. So it's like a win-win for right now and for your whole life. It's awesome. So have your kids go outside. Now, how to do that? The number one thing is that, and this isn't like the most favorite advice ever because it makes you do something. We have to be the examples of enjoying the outdoors. So sometimes you just want to send them outside, like I just said, so you can have a moment of peace and quiet. But a lot of times you have to lead by example, right? I complain way too loudly about my dislike of the cold weather. And that is so apparent because my kids complain so much about cold weather and they look at me like, right, Mom? And I realize that's my fault. It's my fault that they complain about the cold weather because I complain about the cold weather. So I've been working on that myself to not complain about the cold weather, which is a hard habit to change and even harder for them to change because they've seen it their whole life of me complaining about that. So I'm working on it. But the main thing you can do is to enjoy the outdoors with them. That's a big deal. And we've tried doing the things where you track, and I'm really not good at filling in little squares and like remembering to do that kind of stuff. But some of my kids love filling out those little things and it's like, immediate reward. And so then they do that and other kids don't love it. So if your kids love that, then print off like a outdoor tracker and they can fill it in and feel like, yeah, I'm doing awesome things, Another way you can just be like, okay, before you can do blah, 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 play your video game or whatever it is that your kid really wants to do, you can say, okay, you can totally do that for a half hour after you've spent a half hour outside. Or After you've spent an hour outside, you can do that for 20 minutes. You know, it doesn't have to be equal. You can totally do more outside than inside. You can create challenges for them to do. Like, let's see how many times you can run around the house. Oh, you ran around the house in a minute and 30 seconds. Let's see if you can do it in a minute and 25 seconds. You know, like create some fun games that are like engaging and exciting. You can take them on mini adventures. You can go to a park that's nearby. You can go to, we've got a really beautiful green belt system through our main town where they've got, you know, trails that go along the river. You can take them to those. They love it. And then they find sticks and play battle or walking sticks. And anyway, so take them on beyond your backyard or beyond your neighborhood's park and go to spots that are outside and let them, you know, just free roam and play. Another thing you can do is to bring a picnic outside. Everyone loves a picnic. And even if it's just like the same snack that you were going to eat inside, well, instead, take 30 more seconds, and instead of setting them at the kitchen table, take a blanket to the front yard and put it out and eat on the grass. And it's like zero work. And they think it's awesome because we're eating outside. They love it. They love it so much. Another thing that you can do is just same idea, take a blanket out. And if you're gonna read to your kids, why not read on the grass, you know? Take a blanket or just sit on the grass and read. Just do it outside. Whatever activity, take your homework outside and do that outside. Any little thing that you are going to do that you can easily just step outside of your house and do it there, do that, you know? If it's cold, sometimes that can be a little bit harder, but bundle up and go on a walk, because when you're moving, your body's, you know, circulating all that blood and then you aren't as cold. Standing outside, yeah, that's miserable. But instead, you can find ways to be warm outside. Our hometown has an outdoor ice skating rink that they set up in the wintertime for a few months. It's like $5 for 2 hours. We like make a point to go to that every year, once or twice, and they love it. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And this is so easy. It took us an afternoon, and instead of just like sitting inside watching TV or whatever, might as well do that outside, you know, or go outside and have an adventure that's like pretty not hard to do. So it does take like some courage, and it takes some like brave from mom to like strap on the ice skates. And but it's amazing how much you realize, I've got a hair on my shirt, how capable you are. You are more capable, mom, than you thought. So believe in yourself. You can do it too. You can be a little bit uncomfortable and make it happen. So the last thing that you can do to really encourage the love of outside is to, I just saw my kids running outside actually just this moment, is to like go on a bike ride or do something that I love bike rides. So do something that you really love outside with your kids. Anytime you spend time with them, it makes whatever activity that they're doing more enjoyable. If you want them to love outside, just go outside with them and they will love it even more. Okay, have a great day. Bye.